I am not completely in love with this angle, but we'll see. Hey, Barbara, look, you guys can see Barbara back there. Do you see her? She's right there. Barbara Jean, the beta. She's a half moon crested, I think. Beta female. Anyway, hey y'all, we're back again for another tarot forecast for, good question. I think tomorrow is July 14th. For the week of July 14th, we'll just do that. How about that? Just a little update in case you're wondering. I am currently going through transit Pluto, conjunct my moon, square my sun at the same time. So it has officially passed my moon by 1 minute. But now, of course, it is barreling back towards that square with my sun until October 13th, I think, is when it goes back direct. I don't know. I'll have to look it up again. But yeah, so here we are. It is very spicy. It's very intense. I did end up joining a group for like Aquarius moon people just to like check in and see, is there anybody else dealing with this and how are you handling it? And I was, I hate to say pleasantly surprised, because obviously I don't like it when anybody else is like suffering, but it was good to know that I wasn't alone. It's good to know that other people are sharing like the exact same experience. So yeah, I did listen to a sermon a few minutes ago. Dr. David was saying your life is important, basically, and that there are other people out there that are counting on you to do the right thing. So do the right thing. And that really spoke to my heart. So I've been crying on top of it. But I'm glad that I'm still here today, and that I have the energy to share a message with y'all. So yeah, we're gonna do all 12 signs, Aries to Pisces. And yeah, let's get started. Start with Aries for this week. What can you expect on Monday? Tuesday. And my setup's a little funky today. I'm not using my usual table. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not in love with this angle, basically. You do have a lot of reversals here so far, Aries. Let's get one for Thursday, Friday. Thursday, Friday. And how about we just stop it there, y'all? How about we do Monday to Friday, and then I will try my best to come back and do the weekend for y'all as we get through the week. Okay. Got a little bit of a rocky start to the week, Aries, but it looks like things start to pick up forward momentum towards the end. Kicking Monday off with the star reversed. This is like an absence of guidance. This is kind of like an absence of inspiration as well. It's like you're missing that connected feeling to the universe. You don't really know which way to go. And then into Tuesday with the Six of Swords reversed. This is, again, stuck energy. This is not really knowing where to go. Could be feeling like abandoned by the universe, possibly. Wednesday has the Six of Pentacles reversed. There's some kind of situation that it's not equal. There's no equal give and take. That could be your side, that could be their side, but one way or the other, there is not a cooperation type of vibe going on here. So you're going to need to choose what to give more to. You're going to have to make that, you're going to have to set that boundary, basically, Aries. Now on Thursday, it looks like you are coming around to that notion that you're going to have to take the reins on this. As you do have the Two of Pentacles, which is pretty evenly juggling responsibilities. This is good focus. There's really no choice but to multitask, basically. This person is multitasking. They kind of don't have a choice, though, right? If they move, the balls drop, and then what happens? So it could also be a little too much at once, but at the same time, you got a good grip on it here as we're getting closer to the end of the week now. We're ending Friday with the Chariot. So this is that forward movement. This is overcoming conflict. It's victory. It's moving forward in positive directions. It's also determination, and it could be travel by car, especially, or just like maybe you're going on vacation. Maybe you're choosing where to go, choosing a new path even. So yeah, Aries, it looks like it's going to end well at least. So, all right, let's move on to Taurus. Uh-oh. The dog decided to go after one of the kitties. That's okay, they fight all the time. Alright, Taurus, what is coming in for you on Monday? Tomorrow. I think it's July 14th. Okay. How about Tuesday for Taurus? Wednesday for Taurus? Thursday for Taurus? And Friday? Friday for Taurus. I'm not mad at it, Taurus. It looks all right. Okay, like I will say, let's just break it down, okay? Monday, you've got the Devil reversed with the Ten of Swords reversed that fell out together, so we're going to keep them together because it definitely gives a picture here. You're letting go of something supremely toxic, something that has been just destroying you from the inside out. It's been eating you alive. You're letting it go on Monday. Done and dusted. Tuesday, you've got the Five of Swords reversed. So this is knowing when to cut your losses, basically. It's like, I'm sick of you. I see you for what you are. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to fight for this anymore. Now, this obviously could lead to a very positive outcome. But you're going to also need to, like, I wouldn't necessarily say rethink the situation, but it does. I'm surprised you didn't get the Seven of Cups, because you're going to have so many options that you're going to have to consider now that you're severing this tie that they thought that they had you. They really did. And you were like, whatever, bye. So then middle of the week here, you do have Seven of Wands reversed. So it's, again, it's continuing the same storyline of you've thought about it, you've had enough. You've rethought about it, you've decided you've still had enough. You're not going to do it anymore. So this is just like, could be suddenly quitting a job. Could be suddenly ending a relationship, ending a lease. It's just something that has been very toxic in your life. You're letting it go. Now, on Thursday and into Friday, Thursday, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is great. We love to see it. This is very nurturing. This is feeling more stable, feeling more practical, more warm-natured. You could be spending time with family, friends, pets. Could be just trying to, like, heal, basically, after the toxicity that you dumped. You might need, like, time to detox it from your like, vibe. On Friday, you've got the Page of Wands. So this is feeling enthusiastic about the near future. It's a fresh perspective. It's very new energy. Could be seeking out a new job, seeking out a new place to live, you know, looking to make new connections possibly. But it looks really good. It looks very positive, like it's heading in the right direction, at least, Taurus. Okay. Let's move on to Gemini. Okay. Gemini for Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. And Friday. Gemini, I will warn you, you do have transit Uranus. It has just gone into your sign. You're going to have to be careful of your actions, of your mindset, things that you say, things that you do. Basically, you need to be careful, okay? Because Uranus, it's just very wild. It's very wild energy, and it's very easy to succumb to that wildness, especially when it's in its first few degrees and it's brand new and you haven't felt this before in your lifetime. Here on Monday, you're kicking it off with the Devil card. Of course, this is toxicity, this is negativity, this is material bondage, it's debts, toxic relationships, bad habits. It's just like a bad, funky mood. Could be that's something it's got you wrapped up right now on Monday. On Tuesday with the Emperor, this does typically tongue-tied, represent stability and security, leadership, having things under control. However, with it being paired with the devil like this, and then knowing the next few cards that you have in reverse, this is giving more of like you're clutching on to control. It's like you're going to control a situation no matter what. And the universe is laughing in your face and setting you up for failure. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. You need to relax. You need to practice going with the flow, being grateful for what you have. So like practice gratefulness in your life, thanking God for what you have, and just trying to focus on positivity. Okay? And I'm saying that because the next few cards, like I said, are reversed. You've got the King of Cups reversed. After that, Thursday with the Page of Pentacles reversed, and then Friday with the Temperance reversed. So, I mean, you got some real funk coming in this week. So, Wednesday, in the middle of the week, rather, this is like a loss of control. This is a loss of stability. This could be loss of a job. Doesn't have to be though. It could be like you just popping off in general, feeling very stagnant, very stuck, not able to connect with your dream space, not able to like express creatively. You know what I'm saying. And then leading into the Page of Pentacles reversed. That's again some kind of loss of money, some kind of debts coming in. This could be again feeling like you're stuck. Feeling like you don't know the next phase that's coming into your life. You don't know the next path that you could take. You're pretty blinded to the situation that you're in. And again, with the storyline of losing creativity, I'm surprised you don't have like Nine of Swords or anything out here. And then with the Temperance reverse, this is something that's just not coming into balance. No matter how hard you try to hold on, you're going to be in control. And I'm telling you now, with Uranus in your sign, no, you're not. No, you're not. Okay? You're going to have to get very comfortable with uncomfortability. But anyway, with the Temperance reversed here, ending your week. So on Friday, this is something that will not come into balance. It's something that's not healing. It's something that's being very stubborn. You're not going with the flow. And the flow's not going with you, apparently. So just a word to the wise, because I just came through that transit as a Taurus. Uranus just slammed through our sign. I'm telling you now, you're gonna have to go with the flow. All right, let's move on to Cancer for Monday. Let's see if these come back out. They are water cards, though. I mean, that's you. See. Okay, you got another water card. Tuesday. All these keep flopping out together. Tuesday. Cancer, are you like foggy minded right now? Because things are just not. All right, Wednesday. The message is not flowing for you. And it flowed pretty immediately for everyone else. Thursday and Friday. You got a little bit of a weird week here, Cancer. Could be a little bit like Gemini where you're kind of feeling stuck, but for you, it feels kind of like you're coming out of it, though. You haven't reached that final... I am so tongue-tied right now. You have not reached the... What is the end of a race called? Oh my gosh. Comment below, let me know. That's going to drive me. I'm literally going to have to look that up when we get off here. You haven't reached the end of the race, basically, but you're able to see it, if that makes any sense. So you're still kind of a little foggy, not super clear, but you're getting there. On Monday here, this could also be like a mystery is revealed. This could be you experiencing vivid dreaming. Pay attention to your dreams. Might get a message in your dreams. But it's also like secrets and illusion. It's a warning. But this is also very temporary energy. So things might not seem as they appear. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad or good. It's just you're not getting a clear picture. On Tuesday, though, you're coming out of this hermit mode here. You've been possibly isolating yourself. You're coming out of that. trying to catch up with the world, basically. On, put the cards down. Middle of the week here with the, was this upright? Yeah, it was upright. With the Queen of Pentacles here in the middle of the week, this could be spending time with family, friends, pets. Again, with catching up. You might have been sick recently, and that might be what caused a little bit of the isolation and the fuzziness still going on in your brain. But yeah, middle of the week here is like you're trying to catch back up. You're spending time with warm people, or they might be perceiving you as being very warm, very stable, just a happy kind of energy. On Thursday with Two of Pentacles here, this is juggling responsibilities. Again, with this catching up vibe, could sometimes feel like it's a little too much, but you're doing good with the multitasking. You kind of don't have a choice but to multitask, right? But you're doing it. This is good focus. Now on Friday, it's a little odd. You got the Ace of Cups reversed with the Queen of Wands reversed. It's like you might have been wanting a new relationship or some kind of new start, and it's just not the right time, possibly. And this again could have been like some kind of stagnation, some kind of stuckness. You might see a new, I dropped it. You might be seeing a new path that you're interested in, or somebody or something that has caught your eye, but it's just not the right time is what it feels like to me. Maybe wait until after Mercury goes back direct, because I know that we're getting ready to go Mercury retrograde. Yay. Okay, Leo. Let me shuffle real quick. All right, Leo for Monday. Well, Leo, I'll have to pause the video in a minute to go grab that card. It went all the way across the room. All right, Leo for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Well, Friday looks really good. Okay, let me pause the video real quick to go grab this card. I'll be right back. And we're back. Are we good? All right. So Leo here on Monday, it looks like a new start. To me, with your other cards, it feels like a health journey. Some kind of new start though. You might be starting like a new vitamin. You could be starting a new exercise thing, a new project. Maybe you are wanting to start a new hobby. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could just be like a new hobby. But anyway, it's a new start here on Monday, which is great to see on Monday. On Tuesday with the Knight of Swords. This is sometimes too hasty, too risky. Try to watch your tongue, basically. Watch your actions. Don't try to force things through or try to force a situation to happen. You're going to want to stand back on this one. Especially with Mercury retrograde coming up. It's too risky, okay? On Wednesday, so middle of the week here, you got the Queen of Cups. This is emotional sensitivity, compassion. You need to focus on treating yourself and others with kindness right now. This is also like improved empathy. So you might be able to see from other people's perspectives, which would be great, especially if you mind yourself on Tuesday. And this also, if you were starting like a new hobby or a new job or new project or something, this could be bonding over that. You might meet someone who's doing the same thing. On Thursday with Three of Pentacles reversed, a little bit odd. I would say that this would be mostly for anyone who didn't take heed and take warning on Tuesday. But this is some kind of loss of cooperation. It, again, doesn't have to be crazy. I'm not seeing any other tragic cards for you this week. So this could just be like a little hiccup, a little argument, a little blurb, you know, nothing too crazy. Little hiccup in the road. Like it's a little bit of a loss of cooperation. One person is maybe a little too busy and they can't fit you in their schedule or just like fit you into their day. This could be like missed messages as well. All right. And on Friday with the Four of Swords reversed, which is really great, and the Queen of Swords. So this is focus. This is focusing on truth and clarity as well. This is taking a really hard look at reality. And with the Four of Swords reversed, it's a spur of energy. It's getting back out there. It's getting, it's motivation, basically. It's wanting to achieve, wanting to get back out there and just take care of business, basically. All right, let's move on to Virgo. Virgo for Monday. Virgo for Tuesday. Listen, Virgo, stop throwing cards. Wednesday. Thursday. Friday. Monday, Tuesday, yeah. Okay, give me just a second. Let me grab this card that's flying. Okay, just like Leo entered their week with this, you're starting your week with this. This is a drive, a return to action, a return to life, basically. This is motivation, renewed motivation and inspiration on Monday. So we love to see it to kick the week off. On Tuesday with the Knight of Wands, this is spontaneous. This is a surge of action, excitement. It's kind of like squirrel brain though. The focus isn't really there. Sometimes it could represent conspiracy theories. There might be something weird going on at your workplace or within your family. Maybe you suspect something's going on, but you don't really have confirmation. Just be mindful of that, especially with your next day's card. Wednesday, you got the Lovers reversed. This is the breakup of something, some kind of relationship, or friendship, or falling out with family, or the end of a job, the end of something though. It doesn't have to be permanent, especially I'm not seeing any other permanent type of cards around it, but you do have it for now for the middle of the week, and maybe it'll reverse by the end of Mercury retrograde. So Thursday with the Page of Wands here, this is enthusiasm, the urge to explore, to create, to get out there, to have a fresh perspective. This is some kind of new journey for you as well, which makes sense since you have the Lovers card reversed here on Wednesday. It's like you just want to get back out there. If this was a breakup, this could be you finding out which dating app would be best for you to use. On Friday with the Chariot card, again, this is some kind of victory. This is overcoming a conflict. It's also moving forward in a positive direction, and it could be travel, especially by car, but yeah, travel too. So maybe you're going to be out going to see somebody or checking something out. All right, on to Scorpio. Right? Yeah, because I didn't do, right? No, Libra. Libra. All right, Libra. Monday. I knew you were in there somewhere. Libra for Tuesday. Okay, let me shuffle again real quick. All right, Libra for Monday. Okay. Tuesday. Uh-oh. Wednesday. Thursday. The Tower card just popped out with a whole bunch of other cards. We'll see if it comes back out again. Friday. I feel like your headspace might be all over the place. Very confused thinking. You got a very burdensome week, Libra. It's kind of like you're not currently able to go with the flow here on Monday. Everything just kind of crushed in on you all at once. This could be like crushing debt or something. Some kind of situation just got way out of hand for you to be able to deal with. On Tuesday with the Nine of Swords, this is again sleepless nights. This is anxiety. Just like living a nightmare basically. Middle of the week here, with the 4, I thought that was the 7. 7 of Cups reversed. Wait, what? I'm sorry. 4 of Cups reversed with the 5 of Wands. Be mindful of your words and actions at this time, because I feel like this could be like kind of like a snapping type of energy. It's like you've had enough and now you're going to snap on the first person that breathes the wrong way towards you. But yeah, this is conflict, really petty conflict as well. Try not to compare yourself to others, because I feel like you're very muddled thinking. It's like you feel like you should have been further along in life or on some kind of different path, and for whatever reason you're just not there. You're just not happy. You're not content with where you are right now. You do have the Judgment here on Thursday, so this could be a new beginning, awakening, the end of a life lesson. So leaving that old life behind into a new life. If you have anything aspecting Pluto, this could also represent that. It's a little bit of a good news. It could be like a little bit of a breath of fresh air, a little push for you. But then on Friday you have the Ten of Wands, which is again burdens. It's an uphill battle. It's like a feeling of overwhelm. This could also be burnout. Just tired of the excessive stress. With situations like this, it'd be best for you to reach out to support groups. I know that there are meetings on Zoom if you're not comfortable going in person, but making sure that you're taking care of your mental health, because these stressful weeks are going to come, right? It's not always rainbows and butterflies. You're going to have to take care of yourself though mentally. So reach out to a friend, family member, things like that. Take care of yourself. All right. Now on to Scorpio for Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. Friday. It's a pretty good week here, Scorpio. It looks like you could have recently come through some kind of dark time in life as well, because you're dropping it here on Monday with the Ten of Wands reversed. This is letting go of something that was burdening you, letting go of some kind of burnout phase, healing. Into Tuesday with the Seven of Cups, which is really good. You have a chance now to make a decision. It's up to you, but you got to be very careful what decision you make, because you're spoiled for choice here, but you need to weigh those options very carefully. You have a big decision to make. Middle of the week sees you ending some kind of, it's the Lovers reversed, which could be like breaking up, ending a friendship, having falling out with a family member, but this could also be like leaving behind a job or a contract or something, some kind of responsibility that you had. On Thursday, you're choosing to just stay where you are and enjoy yourself and your day. No responsibilities, nowhere to go, nowhere to be. And then on Friday, new opportunity comes knocking. You got the Three of Pentacles with the Hierophant. So this is long-term, good fortune, teamwork, good collaboration, good cooperation. It's in for a long term. So the long haul of it. So that's really good. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius for Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Friday. Now on the bottom of the deck you do have, oh nice, the bottom of the deck you do have the Nine of Swords reversed with the Nine of Wands reversed. So it looks like you're coming out of a little bit of a troublesome spot. There was a situation in the recent past that caused you a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights type of things. So it looks like you're coming out of that though. Kicking the week off with the Ten of Pentacles. It does not get any better. Well, the Ten of Cups probably. But yeah, this is very happy. This is financially secure, being successful. This is spending time with your community, and like figuring out how to develop a long-term foundation. Tuesday with the Hanged Man, a little bit of continuation of that, trying to figure out what your next move should be. This is patience. It's sometimes stuck, but I don't really feel that for you considering the other cards that you have. It's more of a holding back, a planning phase, if you will. You're trying to see things from a different perspective so that you're able to make the best decision possible on how you want to move forward with whatever it is that you're trying to grow. You've got the 8 of Wands for Wednesday. This is communication. This is a lot of communication. Lots of textings and calls. This is focus. And this is also, again, just quick messages coming in back to back. Thursday with the Moon card reversed. This is clarity, right? This is you accepting whatever divine guidance was coming your way. Dreams might be making sense. You're getting kind of like an aha moment. The cloudy thinking that you might have had recently is lifting. Now, oddly enough, you do have the 8 of Swords for Friday. This is a little bit of a restricted energy. This is not really seeing clearly. This is, maybe it's that you get too many options. Maybe it's that Thursday you're like, you see it for what it is and it's just too overwhelming for you, and you get kind of like that freeze anxiety come Friday. You'll have to let me know in the comments below how that works out for you, but yeah, just be mindful of this. Try to get back to that hanged man energy where it's like you're the one that's putting a pause on things because you want to do it correctly, right? You don't want to be like in this energy where you're stuck. All right, let's move on to Capricorn. Whoops. I just did that backwards. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Why am I doing this backwards? What is going on? I'm gonna have to clean this deck when I get done with it. Capricorn, are you feeling backwards here lately? Alright, Capricorn for Monday. Tuesday. Just a second, y'all. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Capricorn, you got an odd week. Alright, you're kicking Monday off with the 2 of Swords. This is needing to seek out mediation, basically. It's a crossroads. You're needing to seek advice because things are unclear on which way to move forward. On Tuesday with the Magician, this is taking the steps. This is like you've achieved that advice, you've achieved the clarity, and now you're ready to take those steps to manifest where you're going. Wednesday with the 4 of Pentacles, this is going with the flow, loosening your grip to prevent like a strangulation or like a stagnation, because you could be holding on too tight, right, to what you have. The High Priestess reversed for Thursday. This is not good. This is basically all the advice and the encouragement that you got at the beginning of the week. You're just kind of like, you're too distracted to hear it right now as we approach the end of the week. Or on Thursday. Thursday is just kind of like a hiccup day. The rest of the week looks really good. So Thursday, just a little bit of a hiccup kind of a day. You could be just too distracted right now. You're unable to like focus. On Friday with the Page of Wands here, this is enthusiasm. It's an urge to explore and to create, to figure out, you know, the finer details of things. This is a fresh perspective. So it's like you're getting back on track. That's why I'm saying don't worry too much about Thursday. A little bit of a hiccup of a day. But it's like you get right back on track right after that. All right, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. So Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. Let's see if it comes back out again. Thursday and Friday. you too have a strange little week here, Aquarius. You got the Empress card on Monday. So this could be like spending time with your mom. This is like a maternal energy. It's fertility, abundance. It's self-care and self-worth as well. But you could be spending time with your mom, like I said, your grandma, or someone that's very important to you. Alternatively, this, again, like I said, this could be you spending time with yourself. This could be you taking care of things that you need to do, like pampering yourself, right? On Tuesday, again, you're needing to seek some kind of mediation, some kind of advice. This is a crossroads. So this is something that's very unclear to you on what to do. So seek advice for that. On Wednesday, you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords? Yeah, Ace of Swords reversed. This is more of that Tuesday energy of things just aren't very clear. They're not making a lot of sense. It could be that you got bad advice, but at least it looks like you do realize that it is bad advice. Just stuck by some kind of obstacle here. On Thursday with the Fool card reversed. Bless you, my goodness. Bless you. Fool card reversed here. This is no new beginning. This is you pretty much just grinding your heels into the mud. It's like you know that you don't have a clear picture of what's going on. You understand that you need to pull back and you need to give it a chance to work itself out before you make any decisions on this. Nothing wrong with that. Because here on Friday, you're ending the week pretty good with the Page of Cups. So this is a nice surprise. This is imagination and possibly making a dream come true. This could be working towards making your dream a reality, basically. Something that you've had in mind for a long time could be coming back around. And again, a nice surprise. So a little bit of a stuck week, but don't worry about it too much because it ends pretty good. All right, Pisces. Okay, Pisces for Monday. Yeah, let's shuffle again. We'll see if they come back out again. I don't really like it when repeat cards come out. Trying to give you a fair chance here, Pisces. Patient Pisces. All right, Pisces for Monday. Pisces, they don't want to talk. All right, I guess we're gonna go home. Hold on, a bunch of them fell out. Okay. All right, Pisces for Monday. My goodness, Pisces. Okay, Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. And Friday. Alright, Pisces, you're kicking the week off with Four of Cups energy here. This is like a reluctance. This is like kind of like stagnation almost. You have a desire for more and you're kind of like just sticking your heels in the mud and demanding that you get more instead of taking these other opportunities and running with it. It's like, no, you're not happy with it. You're not content with it. On Tuesday, you've got the King of Swords. This is knowledge and wisdom. The King of Swords has also been through the most battles. So it's like you're battle tested. You've been there before. You know how to handle it. You have some kind of authority to yourself about that. But be careful about being too sharp-tongued. Okay, just because you know the truth doesn't mean that you have to be harsh about it. All right, Wednesday, we got the King of Wands reversed. Now, this is a little bit of a loss of control. Could be tongue-tied. Losing a little bit of creativity, a little bit of that spark that you had. There could be something that's causing you to stumble towards the middle of the week. Maybe you're having it out with a coworker or a friend or somebody, but it's causing you to lose a little bit of that I have it type of energy, you know. On Thursday, you do have the Seven of Cups, though, so that's good. This is it depends on what decision you make though, right? On if it's going to be good or not, because this is a little bit of spoiled for choice. It's a lot of decisions that you have to make, so make sure you're making the right one. You need to weigh those options very carefully. But on Friday with the Ace of Pentacles, so that's a new opportunity for money. It's a new idea on how to make money. This could be like growing an idea, planting those seeds and working towards a new future. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, y'all. With that being said, I'm going to check in with y'all later for the weekend read. Have a good one.